I am a little bit annoyed today, people. I'm going to explain to you guys a couple of things. I want to talk about this. It's been on my mind. And I'm sorry I have not been on the channel actively. It's just because I had a lot of life things going on. And I had to take care of family first. But let me get to this video. I wanted to address something that has been really bothering me for the last couple of days. I am sitting back watching every single thing that's going on. And I can honestly tell you that I made the biggest mistake in my entire life putting two people in charge of this country who can't do anything for us. It's apparent. Now, Social Security, we've been promised a lot of things. You already know the promises. I don't have to go and keep repeating myself about what was promised to us because we all know it. If you own Social Security, you already know what was promised to the American people. We haven't seen any of it. Now, they did do their job with doing an increase on Social Security. They gave us this little boost, and I call it a little boost because it ain't going to really do nothing for us. Let me just put it this way. If I wanted to buy me a home, I couldn't do it. A lot of the issues with people being on Social Security is that they don't have enough money to afford to do the things that they need to do. And it doesn't provide us good quality life as far as with getting places that we can live in. Except we have to depend on a shit show, which is called the Housing Authority, who don't really care about us in the first place, puts us on these long waiting lists. Even though they claim they got emergency list or whatever, we all know it takes about a good 2 years before you can actually even get into a place if you're lucky, depending on your age. But the thing is, when you get in those places, they're crap. They're not places that are really up to code. We have a lot of issues, and I think that Biden is really not seeing the problem. He really needs to sit down with somebody who really knows about what it's like being on Social Security, being disabled, being a veteran. He needs to know what it really feels like to live the life that we live, because I don't really think he's in touch with that. He's too busy worrying about the popularity and trying to make, people happy in different ways versus trying to figure out how to protect the people that need protection the most. And I'm tired of always being the last on the list. We don't have a lot of people speaking up for us. We have to sit here and fight for every single thing we get, and we can barely take care of ourselves. I don't understand the logic. We need somebody in office, which we probably won't get it no time soon, looking at how things are going. But we really need somebody in office who really cares about us. And I told you guys this before. I was really sold on Bernie Sanders because I thought Bernie Sanders was definitely about the right thing. He was about helping people on Social Security. He was about making sure we had the things that we needed. He was about for us. He was for us. He wanted things changed. This little money that they gave us, this little increase that they give us in these little checks that we get monthly, believe me, it ain't nothing. Because first of all, many of you, and I know for a fact, because I talked to one of my friends the other day, she's disabled. Many of you who get food stamps, they're cutting that in half because bottom line, they increased your disability checks. So they're going into your food, taking your food away, not realizing that, hey, you need every penny you can get because you got to pay for your rent. You got to pay for your mortgages. You got to use money for bills. You got things you got to do. So where's the other money going to come from? It's got to come from somewhere. We're in COVID still. Biden ain't got no control over shit. And he makes you guys believe that he got this thing under control, that he's doing something when he's getting on there looking half asleep. Not saying nothing but stories that we don't want to hear. We want to know where the money at. Bottom line. I got to pay bills. You got to pay bills. We got to live. We got to have food to put on our table. We got to take care of our grandkids, our children. We have needs too. And my thing is, he's overlooking the fact that we are some of the most important people in this country. Some of you have fought for this country, and you are still being treated like you are nothing. And that is a problem. I got a brother who fought for this country, disabled, and they don't do shit for him. He's struggling every day just to make it, but fought for this country. I don't get it. I don't get it. And even in COVID, let's talk about the COVID situation, because of course we talk about all things government here and any other thing in the world that we need to address, any other thing that kind of sparks my interest. But I'm gonna get on everything today because I'm feeling up to it today. I'm ready to talk about it. So with this COVID situation that we're in right now, we should have been getting stimulus checks. Biden, Harris, they promised us these checks a long time ago. We ain't seen no checks. There ain't been no money given out. We ain't seen shit since he mentioned this when he got in office. Now that he's in office, it's like, oh, there's no more money. And I know there's a lot of things that he can't do, but my problem is with Biden is that he made a lot of promises, him and Harris. See, what Harris is doing, she's sitting in the background, y'all. She ain't saying nothing. Harris is watching everything that Biden's doing, which is all well and fine because she's the vice president. She don't have to do shit else but sit there and watch Biden mess up the way he's been messing up. Now, she watches everything. She's very quiet because bottom line, what her plan is, and I'm just going to fill y'all into it. Anybody on Social Security, I know you listen to this channel. What Harris is trying to do is secure herself a seat. She claimed that she was for the people, minorities and all this other bull crap. But if you pay attention, you rarely hear from her. You rarely hear from her. Heck, when Obama was in office, and I really wasn't a fan of everything that he was doing, even his wife was more active than we're seeing Kamala Harris, and his wife had nothing to do with being in office. So my thing is, you are actually a vice president here. You guys claim that you guys were working together. You claim that you were going to do all this for the country. What the hell is the results? Because we ain't seeing no results. We should have had more than enough stimulus checks right now. We should have been taken care of. We still should be taken care of right now. Even if you got to cut us even little $600 checks a month. If y'all can't do the 1,000 or whatever you are, 2,000, then how about give us $600 a month? And then make sure that the first people on the list is people who are disabled. Make sure those are the first people who are on the list. People who are on SSI, SSDI, anybody who is a veteran. We should be the first people receiving those checks before anybody else receives those checks. But we got a problem here because he ain't got shit under control. And the bottom line is he should have never mentioned anything. He shouldn't have said nothing about anything to us about numbers or money if he knew he couldn't do it. I would rather a man sit here and tell me the truth and can't do shit for me than somebody sit here and lie to me about everything and then get in office and don't do nothing. I can respect the man who can be honest with me, even if he ain't got nothing he can offer me. But I respect the fact that your word is your bond. But don't come here giving me some bull crap. And you're supposed to be a leader. You promise us all these things, and then you show up with nothing. Nothing to give when you get where you at. They used us. They used us as vulnerable people. Biden knew exactly what he was doing. Him and Harris used the situation that we were in because he knew we were going through a turmoil in this country. He used this against minorities. He used this against people who are disabled and veterans and all anybody who was really looking for somebody to help us get out of the situation we were in because we were tired of suffering. He used our suffering in order to get to his place. And now that he's in his seat, he's avoiding talking about the situations that need to be talked about. You passing all these damn infrastructure bills about getting the roads, but yet you got people dying. Pretty soon, if you ain't got nobody here, you ain't gonna have nobody riding on the damn roads because everybody gonna be dead. You gotta have people to make this thing work. So he's got it all confused. Fix the damn roads that need to be fixed. That's mandatory. That really has issues. But don't just put flop thousands and billions of dollars out there for no damn reason when you could be using some of that money to give to the people who need it. Right now we're in a catastrophe. We are in a damn near third, fourth COVID situation, they claim. And you mean to tell me you ain't got no money to give nobody? The nurses is going through hell in those in the hospitals. Doctors are stressed out. Hospitalizations are going up. And you mean to tell me you feel there is no need for us to have extra finances to take care of ourselves in this pandemic when people ain't doing the right thing? Prices are going up every day. Hard to find food. You can barely get water for a good deal. And you mean to tell me that you expect those who are most vulnerable right now to make it off of these little ass 5%, 6% ass increases in these checks? Get out of here. But I know it's going to happen. He won't, if it's up to me, if I have to vote again, they asses won't be in there the next 4 damn years. I know that. Only reason why Biden was picked in my book is because there was no other choice. But he wasn't the first solid option. And I hate getting on here acting out of my character and yelling and screaming, but you guys, it's enough is enough. We need a lot more than what we're getting. And I feel like they don't necessarily see what we're going through. They feel like just because you throw us a little bit here, throw us a little bit there. And they were lying from the damn beginning because, of course, you guys know we were promised $2,000 a month until the pandemic was over. The pandemic ain't over. We're going to damn near 2 years still wearing masks. We might be wearing masks for the rest of our damn lives because they can't seem to figure out why this thing keeps turning in 4 different types of people. So we going to be wearing masks for the rest of our damn lives. Mutating and all this crap into something else and doubling up to something else. You know, it's ridiculous. My thing is fix the situation because you promised us something, and so we deserve to have what was promised. But because he's there now, and you know, Biden, and I'm not saying that Biden intentionally just wanted to come out here and tell us things and just intentionally didn't do it. No. What I believe is he thought he had a lot more power that he didn't have. And it's clear that everything that Biden had planned ain't working out. So at this point, Harris, like I said with her, I feel like she's just sitting in the background looking crazy, talking all off the wall anytime you talk to her about things that don't even really matter, instead of coming up and helping Biden come up with a solution to get things done for the American people. She just as wacky as ever. I don't even know how the hell this even happened. You know, but people wanted a change. And yes, it's good to see a change, but I just feel that she was not the right person at the time to do the job. No offense to her and her character. I'm just saying, to do this type of job, we need somebody else. We need somebody else who really gonna stand for what we need. And I'm not happy. I'm not happy. And I know a lot of you are thinking the same thing. And some of you may be fans of Biden and Harris, and there's nothing wrong with that, because I was a fan when we didn't have no damn Biden, when this country was going through the hellish moments. I ain't think there was never going to be a change. They came in and they were like our saviors because we needed a change. They promised us a lot of things and it sounded good. And so it wasn't nobody else we could choose, and they were the ones left. And we got suckered into something. We were hoodwinked, they call it. And so I'm going to leave it there. I know you guys have a lot of things you want to say about this, so drop the comments down below. We're going to keep this conversation going because there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about too, you know, with this whole COVID situation and what we need to do as people to be prepared, because it's coming. The time is going to come, gal, where we're going to be in a worse position. I know this money looks great that they gave us. It did help out a little bit, but we're getting into a place now it's going to continue to go down the drain. Because once Biden's out of office, we don't really know who we're going to get to you know, and how they may feel about taking care of the disabled and people who have worked and fought for this country. We don't know how they're going to feel about Social Security. If Biden and them don't do something about it now, then what the hell are we going to have to expect later on when he's no longer in office? When things now are going to turn because we may not get the pick that we need to help the people the most. We're going to be in trouble because there's going to be a lot of changes. And so I'm just a little fed up. I'm fed up and I'm tired. And Social Security wants you to live off these little things. They want you to have limited this, limited that. They don't want you to do this, don't want you to do that. But yet you can't even do your job to take care of us. You expect us to live below our means because you failed to do your job. You want veterans to live below their means, and they fought for this country and have retired or have been disabled fighting for us, and you give them the lowest of the low. You expect them to live below their means? That doesn't make sense to me. You want us to struggle? I'd just love to hear your thoughts on this. So drop the comment down below. See you guys later.